Russell Westbrook and Carmelo Anthony. It doesn't get better than that for you on a court.
That and the Cubs-Dodgers I'll watch tonight, yes.
Cubs-Dodgers is good, too. This is an article that came from the New York Times, and it's talking about Carmelo Anthony and his departure from the Knicks and his relationship with Phil Jackson. And he is saying that there was no support from the organization. And when you feel like you're out on your own, then on top of that, you feel like you're being pushed out. I just didn't have any support. And he felt like Phil Jackson would trade him for, quote, a bag of chips.
Well, I think Phil Jackson looked at it and thought, listen, he's not a great defender. He's past his prime physically. He's breaking down. We got to start over. And listen, this stuff's tough. NBA players have guaranteed contracts. They're beloved by fans. And if you walk into an organization and you're like it's not like Westbrook may have some issues, but Westbrook's in his athletic prime. You're like, okay, I can live with Westbrook's flaws, whatever they are, or John Wall, or a player that I don't always love. But with Carmelo, you were past his prime physically, and you don't want to build around him. What do you do? I mean, what do you do?
Well, it's interesting to hear you say that you don't want to build around him, and what you think he's probably not a great teammate too, right?
Well, he's proven that he's not. I mean, he's had like 30 published stories of guys saying. I mean, it's like it's been established what Melo is. Like Rush Limbaugh, it's established. He's conservative.
Okay, well then how do you explain this? The Players Union was asked to vote for the 2017 Teammate of the Year award.
Oh, yes.
And guess who the Knicks voted as the Teammate of the Year?
Oh, yeah. But by the way, it should be noted, Kaepernick won that award for the Niners, and yet nobody will come out and defend him as a player that played with him.
Well, that's a whole other bag of chips if we're talking about chips.
Player awards, I hear this stuff all the time.
They're anonymous usually, so if they're all voting Carmelo as their favorite teammate.
Yes.
And some of the quotes were that he kept us together. You could never tell that something was going on. He was always calm and collected.
Oh, that's great.
I mean, there's something to be said about that. We
is.
looked it up just because we were wondering about Oklahoma City, and I was really hoping that it would be Westbrook, but it was actually Nick Collison from the Thunder, which tells me great things about Westbrook because the two of them are buddies, and they have matching Halloween costumes. Remember that?
Yeah, it was fascinating.
So they're, good friends. He's surrounding himself with good people. Look at these guys.
Yeah.
Great teammates. Excited to watch them tonight.
Yeah.
Who do you have tonight?
I don't pick NBA. I don't have a clue. I haven't seen them play.
I'm 0-2 on my predictions, so.
Yeah. This team's going to win 58 games. They're going to win a bunch of games.
The Thunder or the Knicks?
Oh, the Thunder. They'll win a bunch of games. Absolutely. They'll be second or third. Yeah, I mean, they're going to regular season, you can score your way to 55 wins with that kind of talent. Those are talented dudes.
Gordon Hayward has already had his surgery, and he fractured his left tibia, dislocated his ankle. But according to his agent, they think it was a clean break. He's unlikely to return this season, but he is expected to make a full recovery. And yesterday, before the Celtics game, Gordon Hayward recorded a message for the Celtics fans, and it played on the Jumbotron, and here it is.
What's up, everybody? Just wanted to say thank you to everyone who's had me in their thoughts and prayers. I'm going to be all right. Hurting me that I can't be there for the home opener. Would want nothing more than to be with my teammates and walk out on that floor tonight. But I'll be supporting you guys from here and wishing you the best of luck. Kill it tonight. Thanks, guys.
It's one thing to get hurt. Hospitals are so. You
I
watch that.
think he could take it or leave it. He's just pretty bummed out that he's hurt and can't play for the entire year, and they're really looking forward to it. And I just think you're going to do something later about how Kyrie. Do you think he made a bad decision?
Well, I started my show with it today. Yes, I always thought it was a bad decision, but I'll say it again. People don't understand. We all love Michael Jordan. He retired 3 times, left the sport for 2 years, emotionally burned out. 15 years, 7 straight finals, never hurt for a stretch is ridiculous.
We had gotten you back on to think that he made a good decision just a couple weeks ago.
No, I understood the decision, but I never believe you leave great. I just don't think you do it. I don't think you leave great. I just don't think there's very much of it.
Well, he thought this might be greater, and then things changed.
Clearly.
Yes. Speaking of injuries, Draymond Green also had an MRI on his left knee, and they don't even know if he'll be able to make the upcoming road trip. It starts tomorrow in New Orleans. It's a 3-game road trip, but we've seen how they struggle without him.
Yeah.
In big moments, especially, and without him at the end of the game against the Rockets, they struggled. So I think it's definitely something to keep an eye on and maybe take their time. Don't rush it.
Well, I mean, I don't know if this is the right word, like multiplicity. Like, they have multiple shooters.
Yeah.
Okay, they don't have multiple tough guys. And he goes back to being very much the Rodman of this team, is that Rodman wasn't the most skilled, but there was no duplication of Rodman. Scotty and Michael were both really, really talented. Is that Draymond is probably the sixth most talented guy. You can make an argument there are series because of matchups. He's the most valuable player they have for stretches.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from the newest show on FS1, First Things First, with Chris Carter and Nick Wright.